Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. I'm Tori and this is a Chic Muse, a space where we talk all things personal style, beauty, and becoming more intentional with how we show up. And not just for the world, but for ourselves. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about my 2026 low buy year, what actually happened in January, what I learned, and what I'm planning for the rest of this year. Okay, spoiler alert. I made it. I survived my January no buy month. Very proud of myself for that. And here's why. Quick little backstory. What really started my shopping era was my birthday trip to Europe back in 2023. And I went with the intention to shop. I wanted to have a moment in Paris. And I had that moment in Paris. And it was everything I thought it would be. I'll do a totally separate video to talk through all of the logistics and everything about that trip. But I hired a driver. I shopped literally the entire day, and that was the most money I had ever spent in any one period at any one time. So it was a time. Okay, it was a time. But that also ignited something in me, and here we are now, over 2 years later, and January was the first month I did not buy anything, that I didn't do any shopping since October 2023. Oof, oof. I've been dropping it, okay? Drop that MX. Drop that Chase card. Drop it, drop it, drop it. I've been dropping it, okay? So return from my trip. That's October 2023. Starting that next month, November, is when I made my first purchase on the Real Real, and I have made a purchase on the Real Real every month from November 2023 to December 2025. So for 2 full years, the Real Real has gotten my money every single month, and not just one order a month. Some months there were multiple orders. Yes, I had a problem. So 2023 was the final year I had with my dog, and he literally died on January 1st, 2024. He's so dramatic. I used to tell him, like, you're so dramatic. He had to be a Gemini. My little Chewini Riley. And so he had been sick, and I knew it was going to be coming, but I wasn't really prepared for it. But it was actually the most ideal situation. He was able to pass very peacefully at home. Of course, I grieved. I felt guilt just because, like, this dog was in my care. And then I felt like, oh, all these things that I probably should have done or could have done. I don't know. Like, I went through all the what ifs, right? So that kind of led me down a spiral and really ramped up my shopping. That was the catalyst for my obsession with shopping, because I was trying to compensate for this grief and the guilt that I felt, and I needed to do something to take my mind away from it. And so that became shopping. Then as I really worked through my grief in therapy, shout out to my therapist, and just talking to family, talking to friends, and just really sitting with myself, like, I gave my dog an excellent life. I know that to be true. I finally started settling away from, like, shopping to relieve grief and more towards shopping to curate my wardrobe. I had a wardrobe that was lacking, and I remember I went to a fundraising event with my homegirl, and I wore a dress that I'd had for a while. It's a cute dress, and I didn't have shoes. I'm like, why don't I have any shoes? I didn't have a basic black pump, black heel. And I was so confused. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't have the elements of a proper outfit. What am I doing out here? And that also was in 2023. And I'm like, nah, this isn't right. I need to gather my things. I need to gather my belongings and get what I need. And so again, the shopping shifted from grief to curation. So what do you do after creating a habit of shopping habitually for 2 years? And I mean spending some months thousands of dollars to just completely stopping cold turkey, because that's what I did. January, I didn't really plan. I had a last hurrah in December, like, let me just get these last little things, and then January I'm really gonna shut it down. And I did. I actually did that. And I don't really know how I was able to do that. I just did. I just did. I I have that personality. Like, I have an obsessive personality. Like, I want things, when I decide on something, I fixate on it until it's completed. So part of it is that I feel like my wardrobe is just about complete. I do have like a gap filler list. It's relatively long, but those aren't, they're not needs. They're just like, this will complete a look that I have in my head. One thing I said to my therapist in a session was like, I need to have an outfit for every single occasion that I could possibly be in. And so he says, yes, I go to a man. He says, well, you don't think that that's unreasonable? Like, you think that's a reasonable thing to? Yes, I go to the places. What did AOT tell us? Andre Leon Talley.
They have dinner parties to go to, social functions, opening nights, ballet, opera. They have a lot to do. They have to be dressed. They need new clothes.
She has dinners to go to, galas, other shopping events, panel discussions, a job every so often. She has places to be. And if I get an invitation somewhere, or if I just see an event around the city and I'm like, ooh, she goes to the symphony. And I don't go in there in regular clothes. I need a symphony outfit for that. She goes out dilly dallying. She needs a dilly dally outfit. Every single occasion has this outfit formula, and I need the components, I need the factors to complete the formula. We have to solve this equation. I need all the variables. Hello? But really, what works for me to completely stop shopping? I have motivations. I have pretty lofty financial goals this year, savings mostly because of my skin removal surgeries that I'm planning to get this year. And I'm going to be paying 100% out of pocket. And so I need to drop money on that. So if I can drop money on these bags, shoes, these designer ready to wear, I can drop some money on a surgery because I want that even more. I just had to sit with myself and say, well, what do you want? Because right now, yeah, I can't do both right now. I can't comfortably do both right now. I have to choose. And it's just a pause. I have to keep telling myself, I have to keep reminding myself, this is just a pause. I'm not shopping forever. It's just temporary and it's going to be worth it. It's absolutely going to be worth it. And that was my motivation. And I know people are like, you need discipline over motivation. You need to have a little bit of both. And I don't know, I'm not a very disciplined person. I just do stuff. I just do stuff. I'm like, look, I just ask myself the question, what is this going to do for your for your future self? How does this help or hinder your future self? And if I want to go buy those YSL shoes, if I want to go buy that Chanel bag, that is going to hinder my future self because my future self is going to have to continue delaying the surgeries. And I ain't got time for that. She needs to get this done soon. So realistically, that's what got me through. It was constantly questioning myself, which got a little bit annoying. Cause like, damn girl, okay, I get it. We need the money for the surgeries. That's sometimes how I talk to myself. A lot of creators will go through a list of things that you should do to stop shopping, to help you stop shopping. I didn't do any of those things. I unsubscribe from the email just because I don't like getting emails. I'm a person who likes to clear my inbox, my email inbox, my text inbox. That's chaotic. But the emails, I like to keep that clear. I still scrolled. I still scrolled on the real world every day, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. every single day because I'm looking for specific things. I'm just looking to see what's there. I just like to scroll. And actually, for me, it helped. I like to see what's going on. I think some of that, maybe I'm just nosy. I just want to see what's up. I still scroll through Instagram. I still watch YouTube. I still watch some hauls. I pretty almost exclusively watch like style related videos. And it didn't influence me to shop because, again, as soon as I thought, ooh, I want to buy that. Okay, girl, so how does this help or hinder your future self? And I paused. Also, because I made a goal. I made a goal for myself. Like, look, you need to accomplish this goal. I need to do what I said I'm going to do. I need to finish what I started. Because every time I break a promise to myself, I chip away at the trust that I have for myself. And even something as seemingly small as not shopping, that was huge. That's still a promise that I made to myself, and I needed to keep that. And what I learned, girl, what did I learn? What was the lesson in this? I can do the things. I can do the things. I just don't want to. I think that's really it. I can do the things, but more than that, I have had this vision of my future self for years now. I've been feeling like, oh, I'm almost there, I'm almost there. And now it's like, but let's let's see me for where I am right now and appreciate that. For as long as I can remember, I've been a very much future forward focused person. So don't really care about the past. Like I remember it and I maintain, the lessons I learned, but I'm thinking about what's next. I'm one of those people. Maybe that's my Gemini moon. And I don't spend enough time in the present. And that's something that I've been even more intentional about over the past maybe 6 months or so, with just living in the present, appreciating who I am right now, and realizing that I'm still ahead of where I was in all the previous iterations of my being. I'm in a space where I wanted to be a year ago, where I envisioned myself being when I was a child. I'm here now. I'm realizing that vision. And yet there is still a future version of myself that I aspire to become. And I had to stop myself because this loop of constant progression, like I need to constantly be evolving, I need to constantly be becoming more and more and better, is exhausting, first of all. And again, I don't appreciate where I am now, and I don't take enough time to reflect on how far I've come from where I used to be. There is some relevance here. Let me connect the dots. That's what I had to carry with me, and that's what I learned, like staying in the moment and being able to sit in the moment and appreciating it while still having aspirational goals and respecting my previous selves, but focusing on the moment when it's occurring. So, what's next for my low buy year? Well, February has already been off to an interesting start. Today's only the 8th. I have spent $2,600 this month. I don't plan on buying anything else this month, but I do have some overall exceptions for pieces that I will buy no matter what. Well, hold on. Not no matter what the cost, but no matter what, when it comes up, when I find it, I'm going to get it. First, I'm going to have quarterly no buys. So January, April, June. It's not going to be June because summer is a month of for the sales. So I survived January. I'm going to do April. April is not really a good month for sales. I'll probably do August, and then November. The remaining months, I do have some restrictions of what I can buy. I don't buy like home goods, like decor or anything like that. That's not my thing anymore. My home is as decorated as it's going to be. I don't buy makeup anymore. I don't buy like body care, skincare. I only buy that when I need it, when I run out. So I'm safe there. I'm not one of those. I'm just not. I don't do that anymore. I was able to just stop that because I'm like, I don't have space. I have a small home and I don't have space to keep all that stuff. So I stopped doing that years ago. My issue is apparel and accessories, primarily clothes and shoes. I can buy things that are on my gap filler list, but they really need to be a need. I need to assess, like, okay, this is something where I was getting dressed and I really felt like I needed this piece that I don't yet have in my wardrobe. So I have a few low buy rules. So what I can purchase, I have in categories. So number one, maxi column skirts. I love the silhouette of a maxi skirt and a fitted top. And I don't have any maxi skirts in my wardrobe, but I'm restricted to my core color palette, which will be black, charcoal gray, brown, that includes chocolate brown and camel and burgundy. And then for a more expressive color will be olive. Silk and cotton blouses and button ups. I wear those quite often. Most of my outfit formulas has one of those included. And for blouses, this includes my core color palette, which is basically all the neutrals, but also includes cute patterns and prints as well. Definitely will include an animal print, more leopard, probably leopard or cheetah. And then turtlenecks. She lives in a turtleneck. And specifically, I want more wool and cashmere turtlenecks Ooh, especially like a silk cashmere blend turtleneck, so soft. I wear turtlenecks casually, my type of casual, and even formally, I can pull a turtleneck off. I love a turtleneck. She lives in a turtleneck. My price point is no more than $100 for any one item, and that's reasonable for me because I almost exclusively shop secondhand and sales. Retail price is not a thing she does. Where's the promo code? Where's the discount? I ain't buying it. The only exceptions to the $100 rule in those apparel categories are the Ralph Lauren collection, specifically collection bear sweaters, and then this drape blouse from Saint Laurent from the Fall Winter 23 runway. It has padded shoulders and a drape, and it's draped in the back. It's so beautiful. I love it so bad, and I need to find it. And I hope that I can find a 46, at least a 44, and squeeze my tiny ass in. And one thing I cannot buy this year, and probably not for the next couple of years, unless I give one up, is a black blazer. I have six black blazers, but they're all different. They're all different. And I still have some black blazers saved in my the real real obsessions list, but they're different. Like, so this year I'm confident that I will be tempering my spending and my shopping and really focus on my styling and further curating my wardrobe. I have had so many decluttering sessions and sent so many items to the real real, thread up, donated. It's crazy. Like, I've sent full wardrobes, including shoes. So I have enough. So that's my plan for the month. And every month I'll come back and let you know my progress, what I spent, if I actually didn't spend during my no buy months, if I kept to my rules. I think I can do it. January showed me that I can. So I don't have an excuse. I know I can do it. This will be a journey. Again, coming from shopping every single month for the past 2 years to creating rules for myself and creating boundaries to ensure that I maintain the trust that I have with myself, it's going to be a little difficult. And I'm going to share in the community page, regular updates, and also on my Instagram, just to talk through, like, girl, I want to go buy something. I want to go buy something right now. And I'm going to need y'all to talk me down. Sometimes I need external motivation and support. Okay. I need y'all for that. I need y'all for that. Cause girl, I'll be wanting stuff. And then for future state shopping, so like 27 and beyond, I like volume shopping. So I like buying a whole lot of stuff at once. Instead of like these little, oh, let me get this one thing here, let me go pick this up. I like going to the stores and shopping. I want to start shopping at the outlets, like at Woodbury Commons, or going out to, oh shoot, I forgot the name of it. The one out in California. And especially I want to go out to Europe to the outlets to shop. I want to do that like once a year, going out to Europe. That's how I want to start shopping going forward. I want it to be an event. I want to be able to go try things on, go to multiple stores, build relationships with essays. I love the building relationships part. Like, I really do like that. And I really do hope that shopping returns back to that environment of shopping where you're really building relationships with the associates, with the advisors. Because I love it. Hey, she's a Libra. I love it. But that's how I want to shop going forward. Like, I still want to shop secondhand for sure. I still want to shop from the real real. But I don't want it to be as frequent as it has been over the past 2 years. I just want to do like a monthly here and there, unless and also like, again, more intentional with what I'm looking for. Like, at this point, I have all of my basics, and shopping for me now has pivoted to finding those archival and runway pieces, vintage and modern, that really speak to me and my style, that I can add to my wardrobe, that add flair to my wardrobe. Those pieces are like, damn, no, that's a piece. Like, the outfit is surrounded by that piece. That's what shopping will look like for me going forward after this year. I'm going to continue to be much more intentional with how I curate, because we are curating. We're not just purchasing. Not over here, not anymore. Not anymore. I have my needs. The pieces that I add will be pieces. Like, damn. That actually forces me to study the runways, studying those my favorite designers, studying those pieces that are like, woo. And not buying it because it's a stunner, not buying it because it is an archive piece, buying it because it resonates with me and it fits into my wardrobe seamlessly because I want to actually wear it. I don't want to just be a collector. I want to wear my pieces that I buy. So that's the plan for this year and a little bit beyond. I am excited, a little nervous, but I can do it. I know that I can and I will because again, I've got goals. I've got goals. And if the money ain't there, I can't spend it because the money is in the savings account waiting to spend on my surgeries. And if this resonated with you, I'd like to hear about yours. Do you have any plans or rules for your spending and shopping this year? Go ahead and leave a comment and tell me about it. And if you've enjoyed this video, I welcome you to stay for more. So go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you're never late to an upload. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Here we go with this shit again. All y'all do is be out here with these damn sirens. Y'all ain't even going nowhere. Because why do we? I know why we call it turtleneck. I like turtleneck better. Come on, turtles. I love turtles. Don't you love turtles? They're cute. Turtles and tortoises with their slow asses.